Learn English to Gujarati connectors. Besides, however, therefore, anyway, and.
ઓછામાં ઓછું.
Welcome, brave connector collector. You are about to learn a set of English Gujarati connector words that make you sound smarter, smoother, and slightly more dramatic. And yes, dramatic is useful. Today you will meet the word gang. Besides is.
ઉપરાંત.
Nevertheless is.
તેમ છતાં.
And also.
તથાપિ.
Therefore is.
એટલા માટે.
However is.
જો કે.
And also.
જો કે.
At least is.
ઓછામાં ઓછું.
And anyway is.
કોઈપણ રીતે.
These are the little bridges that connect ideas, excuses, logic, and the occasional masterpiece of polite disagreement. A tiny story with big attitude. Listen like you are watching a comedy scene. Your job is simple. Notice how each Gujarati connector changes the direction of the story. Ravi wanted to study, but his chair was squeaky, his tea was cold, and his cat was sitting on the notebook like a tiny furry landlord.
ઉપરાંત.
The neighbor had decided that this was the perfect time to learn the drums. Ravi looked at the chaos and said, "This is impossible."
તેમ છતાં.
He opened the book. The first page was hard, the second page was worse, and the third page looked like it had been written by a wizard.
તથાપિ.
He kept reading. He understood one grammar rule.
એટલા માટે.
He smiled like a person who had just defeated a dragon with a pencil. He was tired.
જો કે.
He continued. The room was noisy.
જો કે.
His focus became stronger. He did not finish everything, but.
ઓછામાં ઓછું.
He learned something useful. And when the cat stole his pen and walked away proudly, Ravi just sighed and said,
કોઈપણ રીતે.
I can use another one. Meet the words one by one. Now you will hear each word clearly with a quick feeling and a simple use. Repeat after each one if you want to lock it into memory. Besides is.
ઉપરાંત.
Think. One idea and then one more. Example. She is smart.
ઉપરાંત.
She works hard. Nevertheless can be.
તેમ છતાં.
Think. There is a problem, but you go on anyway. Example. It was raining.
તેમ છતાં.
We went outside. Another form of nevertheless is.
તથાપિ.
It feels a bit formal and strong. Example. He was tired.
તથાપિ.
He kept working. Therefore is.
એટલા માટે.
Reason first, result second. Example. She studied hard.
એટલા માટે.
She passed. However can be.
જો કે.
Yes, it sounds like joke, which is great because language loves confusion. Example. It was expensive.
જો કે.
I bought it. However can also be.
જો કે.
Example. I was tired.
જો કે.
I continued. At least is.
ઓછામાં ઓછું.
Think minimum, but enough to feel better. Example.
ઓછામાં ઓછું.
We arrived on time. Anyway is.
કોઈપણ રીતે.
It sounds like shrugging with style. Example.
કોઈપણ રીતે.
We should continue. Funny dialogue at the tea stall. You are now at a fictional tea stall where everyone speaks like a grammar book that drank too much chai. Listen for the connectors. A. Are you ready for the exam? B. Not really.
ઉપરાંત.
My pen disappeared. A. That sounds bad. B.
તેમ છતાં.
I will try. A. Good. B. The notes are messy.
તથાપિ.
I can read some of them. A. You studied yesterday.
એટલા માટે.
You should be okay. B. Maybe.
જો કે.
My brain currently feels like fried snacks. A. Fair.
જો કે.
Fried snacks are excellent. B. True.
ઓછામાં ઓછું.
I remembered my hall ticket. A. Perfect.
કોઈપણ રીતે.
Drink your tea before it becomes a chemistry experiment. Mini drills for your brain. Now let us make your brain do a few gentle push-ups. I give the meaning and you mentally say the Gujarati word. One more point, besides.
ઉપરાંત.
Even so, nevertheless.
તેમ છતાં.
A formal nevertheless.
તથાપિ.
As a result, therefore.
એટલા માટે.
Contrast, however.
જો કે.
Another however.
જો કે.
Minimum comfort, at least.
ઓછામાં ઓછું.
Shrug and continue, anyway.
કોઈપણ રીતે.
A quick memory trick show. You do not need perfect memory, you need memorable images. Here are a few silly ones your brain will probably keep forever. Picture two arguments standing side by side. The second one waves and says,
ઉપરાંત.
besides means adding another point. Picture heavy rain and a determined walker under it saying,
તેમ છતાં.
that is nevertheless. Picture a dramatic movie hero whispering,
તથાપિ.
before climbing the mountain anyway. Picture a cause on one side and a result on the other, connected by a glowing bridge labeled,
એટલા માટે.
therefore. Picture a road suddenly bending. On the bend is,
જો કે.
however changes direction. Picture another contrast sign, a little calmer, reading,
જો કે.
also however. Picture a measuring cup with a minimum line. That line says,
ઓછામાં ઓછું.
at least. Picture a person shrugging at a crossroads and choosing a path.
કોઈપણ રીતે.
Anyway. Your final challenge. You are ready. I will give you short English lines. You can repeat the Gujarati connector after each one. Besides, we need more time.
ઉપરાંત.
It was hard, nevertheless, we continued.
તેમ છતાં.
He was tired, nevertheless, he worked.
તથાપિ.
She studied, therefore, she passed.
એટલા માટે.
I wanted to go, however, it rained.
જો કે.
The road was long, however, the view was beautiful.
જો કે.
At least we tried.
ઓછામાં ઓછું.
Anyway, let us continue.
કોઈપણ રીતે.
Friendly goodbye. Nice work. You just trained your ears, your memory, and your inner dramatic storyteller. Thank you for learning with me today. Keep practicing these connectors in short sentences.
ઉપરાંત. તેમ છતાં. તથાપિ. એટલા માટે. જો કે. જો કે. ઓછામાં ઓછું.
And
કોઈપણ રીતે.
use them a little every day, laugh at the silly examples, and trust your progress. You are doing great.